Ew, what is the ancient Nick take on AI?
Benjamin Stack sent $10. China controlling US is a joke, but are you not concerned with the transhumanists? This is where Alex may be right. Exponential AI, biotech, Neuralink, and robotics gives the J elite more control on humanity. You mentioned Ted K on surrogate activité, thoughts on his anti-tech philosophy?
No, I'm not super concerned about the transhumanists. Because that's a universal problem.
Did Nick's audio used to be so bad? I didn't even realize how bad Nick's audio setup used to be. That's crazy. He sounds so good now. Now I can hear, back in the day we only had Nick in the shoddy studio with the green screen. And like the condenser mic sat, 5 feet away from his head. That's crazy.
That's a problem that it's a problem which is technology. But the problem is not the technology itself. The problem is who controls it. So once again, it becomes a political problem. The political problem is that Jews control the country. Okay, to put it extremely simply and to be a bit reductive. So, the political problem is not even that we have an open border. We have an open border because of the political problem. Same thing with this. And I just don't even believe a lot of that stuff. I am not... When you look at some of these people, a lot of people are very concerned about AI, which makes me feel that it is maybe deserves a second look.
Dude, so who knocked on his door? Someone knocked on Nick's door.
But I've never been very...
And then I think I heard the door open, and now Nick is looking at his producer, aka his mom.
...afraid of AI. I feel like they will never create...
I think this studio was at his parents' house?
...artificial general intelligence.
I forget.
I don't think that'll ever happen. I think that... the AI products that they have put out...
It was Tyler coming in, maybe. I think he and Tyler lived together for a while. Because Tyler lives at, his own place. He lives in an apartment or something. I don't think they live together anymore. Unless Tyler rents from Nick or something.
They're interesting, but they're very simple.
Actually, I don't know. Nobody really knows where Tyler lives. I don't think he's doxxed, but... he could... Because, I think Nick owns property. Or at least I know his dad owns property, but I thought he owned property that maybe he got from his dad or something.
You look at ChatGPT, and I imagine they've got something far more advanced, but ChatGPT is sort of the most compelling product using AI that they've created so far. And it's retarded. It doesn't think. It's not intelligent.
This is a very old clip, by the way. He's not talking about the current standard of AI. He's talking about I don't know what. This is probably 2022 or something. I don't even know when this was. A real Nick fan could probably look at the mustache and know exactly what time frame this was. Look at the mustache appearance and know when this exact video is.
Machine. It's a calculator. Input goes in, output comes out. But a machine will never possess will or understanding. A machine has memory and it has a type of understanding, but it will never have will, and it will never have true understanding.
Considering he's talking about AI 2023, maybe? I'm thinking 2022 or 2023. I asked Tyler for you? What? The producer is his mom. I thought it was some Jewish director guy. I asked... Why would... Tell him I didn't ask you to say that.
All a machine knows is what you tell it. So, will we
Well, I think Nick has mentioned owning property in that I think he like got it from his dad.
develop artificial intelligence that will become efficient at particular?
Because I know his dad owns property. He probably bought property in like 2008 because a lot of people did that. A lot of like boomers bought property in 2008 and then turned it into rentals.
Particular tasks? I think so. But when they come up with this idea that AI will begin to improve itself and then it'll become super godlike intelligence, I don't know if I believe that will ever happen. And I don't understand it on a technical level, but from a philosophical point of view, I just don't think that machines can do that. I think machines are fundamentally incapable of true intelligence. I think they can imitate intelligence. I think they can simulate intelligence, but I don't think machines are intelligent. So the idea that a machine will act.
This is a Catholic principle, by the way. Like the Catholic, well, I guess it's mostly like St. Thomas. I think it comes, like St. Thomas develops this idea a lot. The difference between sort of the rational soul and the like sub-rational soul. Like, so like St. Thomas would distinguish the vegetative soul, which is what plants have. The animal soul, I think it was the animal soul or something like that. That animals, like non-human animals have. And then there's the rational soul, which is what humans have and angels have. And so the vegetative soul doesn't sort of have like any form of like consciousness or whatever. I think the animal soul kind of has like, you know, decision making, but not like free will. So like an animal when given a stimuli will sort of like react in a certain way that seems somewhat intelligent, right? While a plant, it doesn't really have any decision making. It's very base, right? And so it's like a difference of degree between, like a vegetative soul and then an animal soul, you know? And then, but the rational soul, which is what the human has, is fundamentally capable of free will, like decision making, opposed to simply like reacting to stimuli. So that's kind of how that works.
Machines can't act. Man can act.
See, and that's why people call Nick a fake Catholic, but the fact that he's pulling this out, like he knows about like Catholic teaching. Like he knows. He is educated in like Catholic philosophy. Like he's like from off the dome, like articulating like Catholic philosophy on like the soul, like what the soul is, like what is man, what is a man, what is an angel compared to like what is an animal, what is a plant, what is other forms of life. Like he's like just off the dome, just like basically he's not even saying it that way. He's not even saying like, now I'm going to educate you about Catholic theology. It's like he's just like can state it like from memory, from his own understanding, because he's a real Catholic. He's not a fake Catholic.
Machines can't decide. Man can decide. The idea that a machine is going to become smart and like become aware and make decisions and sort of come up with schemes and things and execute it according to like an independent will. I don't think that will ever happen. And then maybe I'll be proven wrong, but because all the experts disagree. All the experts say we should be very afraid and it's going to be catastrophic. But I'm I'll say this. I'll say I'm skeptical. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, but I'll say I'm skeptical. And the transhumanism thing seems like a sort of niche philosophy. I don't see it happening. Where is that happening? I know they all talk about it. That just seems like another niche sort of new age thing. I don't know if I'm sold on that. We don't see any real life extension. We don't see any interface between machine and technology, or machine and man, at least not yet. And the AI that we have now, I'm just not really impressed. People are saying, whoa, AI is doing all these great things. I mean, it's like an advanced Google search. AI is, to me, it's like an advanced Google search. You put in an input, and it gives you a more sophisticated output. It can summarize things. It can answer questions. But if you've really played around with AI, it's dumb. So that's my amateur opinion on that. But I'm not worried about transhumanists because it's also not imminent or urgent. The Jewish thing has been around forever, and it's real, and it's happening right now. When people talk about transhumanism, to me, that's Candyland. That's like saying, Nibiru and Planet X. No one's ever seen it, pal. People talk about aliens. What if there's aliens? Okay, yeah, that may be so, but there's Jews running our country right now. So transhumanism to me is like another one of the...
What about aliens? Have you considered aliens, maybe? Have you considered maybe there's a secret planet that the government doesn't want you to know about? Have you considered maybe there's, like, more continents past the ice wall and the flat Earth?
These sort of red herring diversion things that you can defer having any serious opinion about what's happening now. It's like one guy's complaining about the sort of warlord that controls the neighborhood, and you go in and say, yeah, but what about the Hamburglar? The real problem is the Hamburglar and the Boogeyman and Bobalach. It's like, yeah, okay, maybe.
Yo, it's such an old... okay, well, I guess it's not such an old clip that it has the Cozy TV link, but... because Cozy TV shut down, not that long, a few months ago, but... man, Cozy TV, those were the days. I was there. Crazy that there's post-Cozy Groypers. That's kind of nuts.